Easy rider on the highway, station wagon going slow, windows open, you are basking in the bluegrass radio. It's easy now to see you with your hand out on the wind. I keep this folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget. Folded at the corner so that I could not forget.
This is what November looks like here in Germany. All of the leaves are bright gold. Leaves are falling all day long, and in some places it gets so thick on the forest floor that you can wade through them. We have come to the forest around 40 minutes from our house, and it's just such a magical time to be outside and experiencing the transition into winter. I come from California and we never had autumns like this, and I'm really, really happy to explore it now. You want to go for a swim? You guys, this is crazy out here. I'm so glad we came here. It's so foggy out that even though there's actually a town right across the water, you can't see anything. It's like staring into nothing and everything all at once. There's a lot of inspiration in that too, you know, you can just look out and your mind is an empty canvas. I'm just really loving this. I don't really want to leave. It's really cool. Mm-hmm. And there's nobody here too, which also just lends to this feeling like we've gone through a portal into another world. Don't you think? Mm-hmm. There's 10 swans. That's crazy. We have a couple of swans on our lake, and if any swan so much as thinks about flying to the very opposite side of the lake, the swan flies after it and chases it away. And now they've been taking over the river too. The air in northern Germany in November is bitterly cold. It bites you as soon as you step outside, and so I often find myself keeping busy indoors most of the time, even though I find it worth it every single time I push myself to go on adventures like this. One of the reasons I really wanted to go out and look at all of the autumn leaves on this particular day, outside of the fact that it's peak autumn and the most beautiful time to go, was to have a little time to think and to get some more inspiration, particularly because I'm right in the middle of a few big projects you'll see later in this video. As the holidays come closer and the days grow darker and colder, most of our neighbors are also tucking themselves away inside and keeping busy. And that actually makes adventures like this all the more worthwhile, because you feel like you have the whole place to yourself sometimes. It is still autumn and we are almost entirely out of firewood. We came to this very forest in spring and cut a bunch of wood thanks to our friend Uva, who has a little patch of land out here. But we're already almost entirely out, so we're tripling it today. We're going to cut as much as we can because we definitely don't want to freeze our butts off this winter. We do have a heating system in our home, but our fireplace is small and mighty and frankly does a lot of the work to make it feel actually cozy and not just livable. We're gonna see how much we can get done in just an hour or so. I definitely don't have a lot of time today, so we've got to kick it into high gear.
Nicht schlecht.
Ja.
A wood cake. That's so satisfying. Yeah. We are back at the house. Uwe has another tool that further splits the wood, and I have to say, since last time we used an axe for a lot of it, this is going by a lot faster. Look at how much wood we already have back in our little storage pile. This is awesome. Definitely not going to be cold this winter. You guys probably already know by now, but I really like making things. Whether it's renovating a van, renovating a house, creating a pottery studio, making and sending prints out all across the world. I am a big fan of working with my hands, and with this cozy November weather upon us, it is the cozy crafting season. And today I actually made my very first rug. How cool is this, you guys? I am so stinking proud of this. For this project, I used the Claw Lab H1 tufting kit, who is kindly sponsoring this video, but all of my opinions are my own. To prepare for this project, I watched so many YouTube videos, and I am now convinced, without a doubt, that this kit is by far the most approachable way to start rug tufting, and I am so grateful that I had it. Starting off, the tufting frame of this kit is completely nail-free, which makes it a lot safer to use and also so fast to put together. I had it ready to go within 10 minutes of opening the box, and most of that time was just spent reading the user manual to make sure I was doing everything correctly. The frame makes it really easy to adjust the tension on your project, and it's compatible with so many different kinds of projects that you can also experiment. At one point, I decided that I wanted a little more fabric on the top of my rug, and it was so easy to adjust it so that I could just quickly add it rather than having to take the whole thing off and move it. Since this was my first design, I wanted something relatively simple. I went on Pinterest and just looked up rug tufting, and this was one of the designs that I saw, and then I used a projector to put it right onto the canvas, and then I was good to go. The tufting gun itself is also extremely user-friendly and approachable. It has adjustable speed control and built-in illumination so that you can really easily fine-tune your pace. When I was first starting out, for the first couple hours, I kept it really, really slow so that I could just get the flow of things and understand the mechanism a little bit more. And then I was able to really ramp up the speed when I felt more comfortable. And as for comfortability of the tufting gun, I never got tired of it, and I was tufting for hours. It's really lightweight, weighing like 2 phones in your hand. And it has reduced vibration. I didn't even really notice the vibration at all, and I just felt comfortable the whole time I was using it. Because it has an enclosed design, it's really safe to use, and it's also been designed for long-term use and low maintenance, which means a lot to me. I want my tools to last a long time, and I don't want to have to put a lot of maintenance into them. This whole kit came together for me in just a few minutes, and then I was tufting the day away, and I am so completely hooked. It's so meditative and lovely. I was listening to Critical Role, and I have already legitimately purchased more yarn because I want to make more rugs now and maybe make gifts for all of my friends and loved ones for the holidays. So if you guys have been thinking about starting a new hobby or thinking about holiday gifts yourself, highly recommend checking out the Claw Lab H1 tufting kit. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. This is awesome, and I am really, really excited about many more rugs to come. The holidays are coming up so quickly, and I am not ready, especially considering I have decided to challenge myself to make all of my Christmas gifts for my friends and loved ones this year. I'm flying back to the US, and there's a lot of people that I want to make something for, and I really need to get an early start. Ceramics takes so long, so much love goes into every single piece. And so before I make the pieces for my friends and family, I want to practice some new art styles on these that are all way too big to bring to the US. There is a technique that I have been really interested in trying out called sgraffito. We're going to try it out today. Out of any medium I've ever tried, I've always enjoyed doing detailed line work the most. That's why I was especially excited to try sgraffito, which is a form of decoration made by scratching through a surface, in this case, gobi, to reveal a lower layer of contrasting color. It really felt like the start of something working on this piece. It felt like I unlocked a new level, if you know what I mean. It has been 5 hours, but I finished this pot. It has been so easy for me to lose track of time while I'm working on this, even though it definitely takes a lot more time than simple glazing and simple design. There's something just really appealing about this particular style of ceramic design that I feel really drawn to. I've been just chipping away for the last 5 hours and I've loved every second of it. I really do get into kind of a zen flow state, and I think that's one of the coolest things about exploring a hobby, especially in the art world. As soon as you enter into a state of play, it just becomes so easy to just keep going for hours and hours. But I don't know, I feel like this entire exploration into ceramics has really just been about trying to find my own voice, and even though I have a lot of ideas, I still really don't know what my style is and what best suits me, and most importantly what I like to create the most, because ultimately that's kind of the goal, is to enjoy the entire process from start to finish. And this was a really fun thing to explore. I'm just really happy though that I finally got to try out this method, and I hope that it turns out well. This is now going to dry before I can pop it into the kiln, but I'd say it was a pretty successful first try at sgraffito. We have 2 birds on here, a bunch of oak trees, and this is my little blue tit that I found a reference photo of from a wildlife photographer. Thanks to Google.
Do you like the new rug?
Yeah! She's hearing voices. Ow! Ready, guys?